Alright, I had a bouncy signal, and I got the noise right here. I'm going to dig back this flap. See what we got. Well, we got something, I can see it right here.
My.
Huh. Looks like a chain. Oh yeah. Holy smokes. Goes way back under here.
It goes way back to the barn.
I guess so. Oh. Oh, this is cool. Looks like an animal one.
Oh, it does.
They would have those hoops on them.
Yeah, and it's nice. One of those very old-fashioned hand-forged little hooks.
I don't need this on beeping. I got my root cutters.
Somebody lost it when they was out working in the field.
Yeah, just kind of coming along random through the old fields, and oh yeah, this is gonna be a nice one. Okay, so we got some more roots probably down in here. Yep, the roots overtaking it. Wow, it's going to be a good size one. This one way over here. Oh, another root. Alright. Wow. It's down in there.
Got a swivel on it right there.
Oh yeah.
That's a swivel.
Yep, so they wouldn't choke themselves. Oh my goodness, it's way up under here.
It's probably 25 feet long.
Oh my goodness. I wasn't expecting that. Been very dry, as you can see.
Yeah, signals are hard.
Oh my goodness. There. Woo.
There you go. There you go. Look at that chain.
Yeah, that's an old one.
It is. Yeah. Cool find.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can lug that.
Yeah, that'll weigh a couple pounds.
Yeah.
My Mr. T necklace.
Yeah, put it right around your neck there. You look beautiful.
Yeah.
Ew.
Mr. T.
Ooh.
I pity the fool.
God.
Yeah. Nice. Nice old hand forged.
Yep.
That was a random surprise. I had a signal and it was telling me that it wasn't too far under the grass and stuff, and lo and behold, just under the sod, old wood stove cover. Wasn't expecting that. Figured I'd come across a can or something. So, nice big old iron piece.
I've been kind of randomly digging. I had a signal here. It was kind of a faint one. Not really such a great one. But decided to dig and just see what we can find. I've been over here somewhere. Oh, there's an edge of something. Oh, look at that. Looks like an old knife. It probably had a wooden handle on it at one time. Seems like I've been finding a lot of old knives in the last couple of hunts. Oh, that's cool. This is up around one of our old cellar holes, 1800s. So the artifacts here are generally pretty old. Very dry, very hard finding anything today. Signals are really bad. Well, we'll be on to the next one.
This is what we've been doing. See this big pit? This is the stuff we've been digging out. Crocks. This is to be the thickest crock that I've ever found yet. Look at how thick that sucker is. And of course, nails, pieces of glass. These were kind of interesting. Must have been a little hook for something. They got little pieces of chain, then they got the hooks on the end. Maybe to hang their pots or something. Actually found a file. And some big nails. And O's and E's of stuff. And over here, Sissy's got some pretty stuff to show you.
Oh. Found this little ornate piece. I don't know what it came from. It is kind of pretty. That's what it looks like on the back. And the usual giant size square nails. This one would have worked really good with the split end. I don't really know what this might be. It's actually a little decorative around. I don't know what it might have been used for. And we found an assortment of buttons. Rather little white buttons. This one here has a design on it. We'll get pictures so we can see it better. And this little button. And little garter. And a little four-hole metal button. We've had fun. We've been sifting. That's the only way we could find these. But it's been interesting. And we'll probably end up doing it again.
I'll get you on camera. Yeah, that's Sissy over there. You see her through the woods. We're on the other side of the stone wall. We was getting a little noise here, and I just found an old handle to a shovel. You can see still got some nice red paint on it. Still got little pieces of wood there, and up in this part of it. Oh, just a little relic that got left behind. Broke it, threw it. Anyway, along another stone wall. And off to the side, there's a lot of little rock piles where they would pull the rocks from the fields, which is up to our right. And you come along these little rock piles, a lot of times you find stuff that just be discarded on there. So we've been picking out some little metal pieces. And this one here was kind of neat. It says something, smooth as smoke, and some other writing here. We still got some of the red writing. It would have been to a tobacco tin, but I thought that was kind of neat. I like finding stuff with names on it and some graphics. So that's what we got right now. Well, on the other side of the stone wall where I'd found the tobacco cover, and I've been finding some can cellar. There was a paint can actually sitting there on top of it. And then I just found this under the rock here. It was upside down, but it is Chevrolet. So, not sure of the era. I'm not much on car stuff, but if anybody knows what era this would have come from, I'll show you the back. This is the side I was seeing. I didn't have no idea what it was. So, a neat little, really random find to find our way out in the woods. So, get back to you. We're back at the place we was yesterday. We're in moved over to a different area where we knew there was a lot of stuff. And as you can see, big pile there. Discards of glass. Sissy's over there looking. We've been finding some really cool stuff, and you can see the nice hole we're working. When we get done, we put it all back, and you never know we were even in here. But I did have one that was just a heartbreaker. Oh, it would have been a cobalt blue cork stopper top. Oh, I wish that one could have been whole. But we're finding some neat stuff, and we'll show you later. But just wanted to show you our excavation. Catch you later. Been back sifting a little bit, and along with all the usual stuff that you find, that you discard, this was kind of an interesting piece. This looks brass. It's got a little thing where it was hooked. Kind of was wondering if it might have been a weight thing, to weigh things. Not sure. If anybody knows, pipe in. This is what it looks like inside. And got another couple clay marbles. And a nice little shoe button. You see the shank on them. The lady's shoe. This is a different kind of button we was finding today. This one here almost looked like it still had the piece of thread still in it. Let's see. This here I have no idea what it is, but it kind of looks decorative. This has got kind of a blue color to it. You can see where it clamps over. And my prettiest, I found this nice little piece of jewel that would have gone to somebody's jewelry. It's faceted, really pretty. Probably glass, but I like it. Now I'm going to give you over to Sister so she can show you her goodies.
That's Sifting. Pretty hot today. I found just one buckle, looks like horse tack buckle. 4 head stamps. Some of them pretty corroded, others are pretty good shape. And a small button collection. Little round dome-topped ones. A couple of metal ones. I don't know what this one's made of, but it looks pretty fragile. This little white glass button. Another 4-hole button. Had me one more marble. And then the old farmer's piece of whetstone. Find a lot of these. And that's about it for today. We'll see you on the next one.
Okay, we're getting back to you. We've been up here for probably 4.5 hours doing some sifting and digging. And we'll start over here. This is an interesting kind of a glass dish. And then it looks like it would have been an alphabet. You got the YZ and ABCD and there's 1, 2, 3. And it's like nice. This might possibly be a rain's guide. We got a coat hanger, little one, looking for a little kid. Of course, we had to get some head stamps. Got a couple of those and a couple of buckles. Harmonica reeds. Found this little hammer. These are just some pretty pieces of pottery. Really nice, pretty ones. And these are the jute hat. Is that how you say it?
Juice hat.
Juice hat. Music. I found the musical stuff. She found the buttons. And this I thought was interesting. Great big old square nail. And they used it for a hook. They turn it up. And we got a knife, what's left of it. It's still got the wooden handle. Found the top of a kerosene lantern. It does have writing on it. And found this little teeny porcelain baby. She is missing the bottom of her legs. Got 6 clay marbles. One of them actually has some blue on it. You can see right there. Kind of cool. We found different ones. This was sifted. And this looks like to be a gear, maybe to a clock. And I did find a wheat penny. So that's about it for me. I'm going to turn you over to Sister.
Okay, we had a really awesome day sifting. Seems like I found some marbles. I got 4 of them here. One of them has a lot of blue on it. And we found a lot of old pieces of old porcelain pottery, and this one has a stamp on the bottom, so we can look up and kind of date it a little bit. Found this old monkey wrench, as they would call them in the day. And these 2 parts here would be latches like on old trunks. I also found the assembly to an old kerosene lamp, and it does have some writing. I will look up and see where it was manufactured. And this little cup looks like it must have gone on top of, I don't know, something. It is kind of pretty. And this was a clasp, looks like to a little purse. I found a little piece of a clay pipe. It's got just a little bit of it. And I found buttons and buttons. A lot of them look like the old underwear buttons. I did find this little button, which looks to be like a shoe button. And this one here is interesting. This is says Burlington on it, and I think it's from a railroad uniform. Little clock gear. Found the little pieces of garters, and this is a little piece of an old boot buckle and another piece of a buckle. And this little interesting one here looked to be when they used to make them, that they called them the rubber button. And we had a really good day.
Okay, this is called a frozen shallot. I found it while sifting in that last spot. And it was popular during the Victorian era. It was also called a penny doll because they could buy it for a penny. And on her back, she has a maker's mark. You can see the little O or a circle and a line underneath. Made in Germany. There was a poem that was written about her in the early 1800s, and later it was turned into a song, and it was like a cautionary tale. She was going to go to a dance with a beau, and she didn't want to cover up her pretty dress, so she didn't wear a very warm cloak. And before she got to the dance, she kept getting colder and colder, and by the time she got there, she froze to death. They also made frozen Charlies. So that was an interesting little piece of history there, and I will post some more info on our Google Plus page.